Hello, folks. John Bailey coming to you from Hutto yet again. Trying to get to a place here where the light is a little better so I can talk to y'all candidly. Just a good old boy talking to you from his home. I want to talk to you a little bit today about hatred. You see, people right now are pretty angry. People are pretty upset about what's going on in the world. Maybe they have a right to be. Not maybe, they have every right to be. ISIS attacked France and a few other countries recently, and there was a lot of death, a lot of innocent people hurt and killed. And to that end, they deserve to be punished and hunted down. But that doesn't mean a people or a religion as a whole deserves to be killed. Now, I'm a God-fearing, gun-toting American. In this cabinet right down here, right below where this iPad is sitting, I have several firearms, and I have shells for them very close by. And I will use them if I need to. But the fact that I would ever have to do that is appalling to me. The idea that I need those guns for anything other than to feed my family is absolutely abhorrent to me. That doesn't mean I won't do it. But it shouldn't have to come to that. And I don't hate Muslims. I don't even hate ISIS. I may hate the ideology, but I also kind of understand it. You see, I'm seeing a lot of videos coming across the old interwebs of people spouting their hatred and their rage and their ultimatums and their attacks, and we're going to come after you, ISIS. You know, one American soldier is worth 1,000 ISIS refugees, or whatever. The other thing I've seen is a pretty cool looking picture where someone's taken the Lady Liberty and photoshopped her with a bunch of armor and a gun and some fireworks or something going off in the background. But what they're forgetting is what's written on the tablet that Lady Liberty holds. Now, of course, I don't remember the exact phraseology, but I learned it in junior high or high school at some point. And part of that goes something to the effect of, give me your weak, your tired, your huddled masses. What we forget about in this country is that every single one of us is the son or the daughter or the grandson or the great-grandson or granddaughter of someone who came to this country from another country. The entire white predominant existence in this country is from England. Everybody's ancestors is either German or Irish or English or some other country. So we don't want them coming over here, taking over our jobs and taking over this country. Come on. I'm a country boy myself, and I believe that we need to take care of us and ourselves first. And you're damn right, we need to take care of our veterans before we start welcoming these refugees in and giving them homes. But to stop them from coming and not welcome them at all? That's not what this country is founded on, folks. Hatred is not the basis of American society. We didn't become the melting pot of the world by hating everybody. There's been plenty of hatred in our history. I mean, we all know that, yeah, we owned slaves at one point, and even when we no longer had them as slaves, we didn't let them vote. We didn't let African Americans, I don't think it took a while before they were allowed to drive cars. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but no voting. Women couldn't vote. And now, of course, you know, there's the whole thing, whether you agree with it or not, allowing gay people to get married. That's just another form of prejudice. I don't care if they want to get married. It doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me in the slightest. As long as they ain't messing with me, it don't hurt me. I'm going to continue with my comfortable little heterosexual life over here. You go do your homosexual thing over there and just don't bug me with it. I'm fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings. And that's what America's truly about. In the long run, that's what it always balances out to. That's why we are the freest country in the world, because eventually we balance out the hatred. We overcome the hatred. We overcome the negative ideologies, and that's all ISIS is. That's all the Muslim extremists are, is a negative ideology. And it will be overcome. It will be, if we attack it not from the hearts and the minds of the prejudice, but from the hearts and the minds of those who care about the world and about society and about American ideals. I got my guns, and I'm going to use them if you come after me, but God help me if I have to. And I think that's the way most of us truly feel. An American soldier, when he goes over to Iraq, goes over to Afghanistan, most likely doesn't look forward to the day he has to take a life. He may become numb to it over time, as he has to do it, or she has to do it. But it's not something you ever look forward to, I don't feel. And I don't think it's something anyone wants to do. And that's the American ideology you need to believe in. Killing and death and mayhem and more of that is not the answer. I don't know that I know what is the answer. But I know this. Posting videos on Facebook from your comfortable American home with your air conditioning and your water, running water, and your dishwasher. We have a machine that washes dishes for us. Most of these people don't have clean clothes and clean dishes, period, much less clean water. So you look down on them with your high and mighty ideology, thinking you're better than them, and then you expect them to stop what they're doing. I'm just saying, think about this. Understand where they're coming from. I'm not saying they're right. They're not. But this whole mentality of we just need to wipe these backwards people off the face of the planet, they're not backwards because they want to be. They're backwards because that's all their society and that's all their country can allow them to be. A man who was born in a society that can't read and write in the bush of Zimbabwe, they've never seen a piece of paper, much less gone to school. And you put down a math problem in front of this individual, he may be, if he was raised in America, he might end up being a Rhodes Scholar. The man might be the Albert Einstein of society, the new Albert Einstein. And maybe in his society, he invented some new weapon that allows them to feed their entire tribe for a year with 3 fewer less hunting trips. But to us, that man is a backward idiot because he can't read or write. You put an IQ test in front of him, he's going to fail it because he has no concept of what math is. These people in Afghanistan and Iraq have no concept of what our daily lives are and what our ideologies truly are. All they know is they step back from a distance and they see us in our comfort. They see us getting fat and lazy while they struggle. And they think we're just trying to keep it to ourselves and that we are the infidel. And quite frankly, folks, if you saw it from their point of view, you might not entirely disagree. But you also might not go after an entire nation because you disagree. Looking for my coffee, it ain't back there. I left it out in the kitchen. Another comfort. Creature comforts. That's what we have. Let's not forget what this country's truly about. Don't let hatred and anger drive your actions and thoughts, because hatred and anger don't have any, ever have any positive outlook. Getting upset and getting angry at a situation never fixes it. Analyzing a situation and fixing the problem from the inside out does. And the way we do that is by being what America has always been, the melting pot of the world. The place where everybody can come and have an opportunity to make better of themselves. So turning away refugees is not the right answer. Hatred is not the right answer. And genocide is not the right answer. Love, openness, and welcoming. Welcoming people into our hearts. See, I see a lot of my fellow Southern men talking about how ISIS is and the Muslim religion is not a religion of love or whatever. It's not a religion of peace. Perhaps it's not. Perhaps they've had 1,000 years of conflict in that part of the world. And perhaps they are trying to spread that to our part of the world. That doesn't mean we have to let them. We don't have to let their ideology seep into our hearts and souls. But the only way our ideology is going to seep into their hearts and souls is by showing them the truth behind it. By showing them who we really are. Now, I'm not saying we don't go after them. I'm not saying we don't destroy the evil in this world. We have to. We absolutely have to. And we absolutely must defend ourselves from it. But we don't hate them in the process. We don't attack them in the process. We don't use prejudice in the process. We don't hate Germans anymore. We may still hate Nazis, but we don't hate Germans. I hate ISIS. I hate the ideology of ISIS and of Al-Qaeda and of all of these evil entities that exist around the world, but I don't hate Muslims. I don't hate people from Iraq. I don't hate people from Afghanistan. I don't hate people. You can hate an ideology and you can attack that ideology, but you do it with your own ideology. You don't do it with hate and anger. Because it never fixes anything. When was the last time you saw an engineer who was trying to fix a problem throw something? Maybe a few guys will do it, but if you'll ever watch an engineer trying to solve a problem, he will stop and he will think about the root cause of the problem and work his way backwards inside out from that problem. Analytical people work that way. I'm an analytical person, so I don't get angry. When I have a problem in front of me, I fix it. And that's what we need to do, is fix it. We can fix it. We can fix it by being America. America is about welcoming, about love, and about openness. I can't go on any further without sort of ranting and getting disjointed as I usually do, so I'm going to stop right now because I think I've put forth a pretty valid point. I hope I have. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to tell me I'm wrong. Folks, email me or something, or post a comment on this video and tell me I'm wrong. Please, send me a video. Let me know what you think.